Too numerous to mention in detail. But today I want to take you to the suburb of Wishart on the south side of Brisbane. And why we do this is to really introduce you to the characters who make these places tick. Those who have lived in the area for a long time. They know everything about it. But then also to celebrate what they may have done to contribute to that sense of community. And I reckon this couple, Bev and Winston Fraser, tick that box remarkably. Not just one, but two OAMs. They've each got one framed on the lounge room wall. Take a listen to their story.
Good morning, I'm Bev Fraser and welcome to Wishart.
It's a lovely spot you have here, Bev, and I'm with your husband Winston as well. G'day, Winston.
Morning, Craig.
How long have you called Wishart home for?
About 18, 20 years.
What's so good about Wishart?
The local area here is really good. The properties everybody's got, they look after them, and it's just a nice place to live.
And you were a real estate around these parts, weren't you, Winston?
Yes, 30 years in real estate.
I reckon you've seen a few changes in that time.
Some tremendous changes in construction, and from the business side of things, and the marketing of real estate has changed quite dramatically in the last 10 years.
And I'm at your place because you don't have just one Medal of the Order of Australia. In fact, you have two inside in your lounge room because, Winston, you received one in what year?
3 years ago.
So 2014. And Bev, you received one in?
2016.
Last year. It's not often that you see two Medals of the Order of Australia in one household.
You're quite right. They're very rare to have a husband and wife to have two OAMs. Yeah.
How'd you get it?
Our community work through Lions. Basically, Winston's been in Lions for 56 years. I've been a member for 22. And in the 2011 flood, we did a lot of work with the floodies for about 18 months. Our Lions Club District put in $1.5 million, and Winston and I were responsible for distributing it into the community.
And where did most of that go?
Rockley, Fairfield, Yeronga. Yeah, most of the houses that we dealt with were whole streets of homes gone, but completely underwater. Yeah, nothing left.
It's extraordinary to think that that was not that long ago, 2011, and then more recently we've seen the flood damage around Logan, Beenleigh, through the scenic rim as well. What was that like? What stays in your mind about that time, and what cemented that want to fundraise, to put that money together to help those who had been affected?
I just think in my background for years and years, for both Winston and I, we've always done a lot of work for the community, and to see those people suffering, and we weren't, we had to do something about it. And our district governor at the time asked us would we be involved, and we said yes. So we virtually worked 24/7 for 18 months to distribute it, and they all became our very good friends. Yeah, loved them.
This is the book, this is almost the Bible, so to speak, of what came and went from your garage turned shop turned whatever was needed during those times.
Just in my book, list down, we gave away fridges, washing machines, stoves, hot water systems, Bunnings vouchers, Woolies vouchers, Gyprock for walls, dinner sets, slow cookers, everything for the kitchen that they could want.
Ironing boards, irons, I'm looking through the microwaves, fry pans, toasters, and this book goes on and on and on, because you said there were 400 homes.
400 homes, so that would have been 400 families, and in that I'm not too sure how many people, because I'm not sure about how many children they had, even though, I did all the bedrooms. It was in 400 houses.
Wardrobes, pantry... table, chairs, bed linen.
You didn't want to leave a family until you knew they had everything to start again. We had one, I think they were from Vietnamese family from Rockley with 3 children. They lost everything. He came out of it with the children's school uniforms and their passports, and that was it. He stayed at the house and slept in the van underneath the house once the flood water went down. He wasn't a well man, and we even went in and did their garden for them, and she made the best Vietnamese spring rolls. So it was lovely to visit, and we get a container full of spring rolls every time we went, and lovely people. So yeah, it's great.
You say that with a broad smile on your face, and I was going to ask about the reactions from those people. You said they've become friends. You've stayed in touch?
With a lot of them we see them if we're out. The next Christmas we went back and we gave Lions Christmas cakes to everybody, and they were just, so they're ecstatic to see us arrive, which was great. Yeah.
With the Christmas cake as well, because they are pretty tasty indeed. But Winston, that's it. A lot of people think of a Lions Club, they think Christmas cakes and they think barbecues.
That's right, and we do a lot of them. Both our sales on Christmas cakes from our club this year was just on $30,000.
Of Christmas cakes?
Yeah, just from one club.
I'm sitting with Bev and Winston Fraser at their place in Wishart. Winston, I've got to ask about the number plates on your car, because both have the numerals 88. Did something special happen in 1988, or what's the reasoning?
No, it had nothing to do with the date. It was Bev's neighbour, where she lived in Sunnybank Hills, and he said you must put number 8 on your number plate for good luck, and we got 88 for double good luck. And it's working so far.
And to anyone who's listening, as Lions celebrates 100 years in 2017, what do you say to that person who's got a little bit of extra time up their sleeve? They want to help out in the community, Bev.
Join the Lions. It's very well worthwhile, very rewarding. But if you have the time, and you don't have to be doing it every week, as long as you could do a little bit here and there, is absolutely wonderful.
And when's the next sausage sizzle?
On Friday at Bunnings at Wecker Road, Mount Gravatt, from 8 till 4. And we'll be there from 8 till 12.
I reckon the best sausage sizzle that you could have, cooked by Bev and Winston Fraser. They have been members of the Brisbane Macgregor Lions Club for an awfully long time, as you heard there, and raising money again more recently for those flood affected in the Logan City Council area, $2,000 in the space of a weekend, which is just fantastic. And as they said, they could always do with an extra set of hands around the club. But it's not just about sausage sizzles and Christmas cakes, it's about a whole heap of different fundraising efforts that they have had over the years. So hopefully that's something to inspire you. From the suburb of Wishart, hey, get rhythm.